welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the USC Trojans and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Guys?
All right, Holly. The Ducks will kick off first, and here we go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Trojans' offense will come out first. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. Coming off a splendid performance, more than 100 yards receiving and a couple of touchdowns. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for space, it's Jordan. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Finds his tight end. Still running at the 40. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a chance. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Makes the catch. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Jordan. Turning it on. He stopped just a chain length or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The Trojans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ducks offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Pulls it in. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
The run inside. It's Davison. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
One thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago in Davison and Hill Jr. who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those two guys are going to be the focal point for the Ducks.
They'll be the focal point, but it's just like you saw a year ago, man. Like they are committed, and they run hard. They run as angry as anybody in the country. Obviously, having Moore come back at the trigger opens it up. Price transfers in, so it's going to be another year of stable running backs for Oregon. A lot of ground and pound and a lot of physicality.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run the counter. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Running inside, it's Davison.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a
pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time. So
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Might be changing the route. They'll send the back in motion. Dropping back, it's Mayava. That's caught, it's Jordan. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. That one never had a chance, incomplete.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Works his way forward, has enough for the first down. Ball spotted at the 32. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead as we get a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll try to get it in with the run. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Trojans! That's the kind of skill that makes guys stars. The improvisational skills, the blinding speed, the ability to make the big play and make defenses look silly.
Just straight silly. I mean, what do you want me to do? You put a guy that's that athletic, that fast at the quarterback spot. Now you're telling me to defend the run, defend the pass, defend the scrambles. I mean, goodness gracious. I don't know what you want a defense to do. There's no stopping that guy.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. Still on his feet. Makes the grab in their space. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Davison. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Ducks want to crank the tempo.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Pulls it in. It's Johnson. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Moore with the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Stewart. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Well, I know at the end of last year, a lot of people were wondering what was going to happen with Don.
There's some room. Picks up the first down. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. After that last play, there is a Trojan who is shaken up on the field. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires it incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The play action fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Touchdown, Ducks! Into the end zone for 6. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The run inside. It's Jordan. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Still on his feet at the 40. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Makes the grab outside, it's Miller.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete because he made the catch but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Working that left side now. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Right on the money. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Trojans are marching down the field. Got enough for the first. Here's a little room there. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Bowman. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Running inside. It's Miller. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Mayava. They go to the wide receiver screen. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the...
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Touchdown, Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Here we go. Ready. Go. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Well, the defense basically played that one perfectly, right? Against the RPO, they did a nice job staying back, hanging, watching the quarterback's eyes, and taking away any throw. And when he decided to try to keep the football and scramble to his left, they were all over. Great job defensively, playing together as one unit.
Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He's got an open man. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Again, it's Moore. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Trojans use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It'll be third and long. On the gun, on third down, Dante Moore. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Ducks line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. They're working that left side. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with Louisville taking on the number 3 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Cardinals coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
Coming out with it, it's Bear. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
I caught up with the Ducks head coach coming out of the locker room at the half. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Back to the ground with the running back. Stopped again. At least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Moore from the gun on third down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Hauls in the deep ball. There he goes. Touchdown, Ducks! And the comeback is on.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Looking for a gap. It's Jordan. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Might have a chance. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
The give to the lone running back. Got 9 yards on the play. It leaves him with 3rd and a yard.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. He gets away. Smashes him with the stiff arm. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. It's caught. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And the Trojans line it up with a 1st and goal. Hauls it in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Touchdown USC! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
On the move from inside his and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quick release by the QB. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
On the run, it's Davison. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run. And the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Stewart. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play could put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Dante Moore. That's caught. It's Hooks. Shakes a man, and he might take off. The 30. 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And finally getting home and getting the sack. This quarterback, his jersey's not even dirty. We're in the second half. We're behind. We got to find a way to create some momentum plays. That's step 1.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Didn't get past the marker when he started to slide, and now it's 4th down.
It's a little demoralizing, too, I think, if you're on defense, because it looked like you had him, right? It's 3rd down. Everybody's...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Picked off. A turnover in their own end. And how about that play? Even with the short return, they're in the red zone. They've got it at the 17. This should be the last play of the quarter. Gonna run it. It's Hill. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period. Headed into the 4th quarter, these two wide receivers, prolific playmakers. Here's how they've done in this one so far. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Here's Moore to throw. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
He finds a soft spot in the middle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. More to throw for it on 4th down. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Ducks. And here they come almost all the way back.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Stepping to the right. Makes the grab. It's Mosley. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. The Trojans come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He'll run it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Here comes the Heat, trying to escape and get it himself. Oh, he didn't get past a marker before starting his slide, and now it's 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a one-possession lead. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short? Motion from the wide receiver. The run inside. It's Davison. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against...
And he's got room. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Finds his big tight end. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. More to the air again. Makes the grab. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Moore. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on 1st down and couldn't pull it off. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Hooks. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver going in motion. Give to the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Makes a catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth. A first down run in the red zone. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4.
Here we go, ready?
Running inside, it's Davison. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. A huge chance for points here on third and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. They'll go right back to him. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be fourth down.
Decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Caught! They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play?
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have two hands on it this drive. This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need one play. We need one run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great job allowing that back to pick up the first.
Yeah, it's just physicality up front. The big boys creating some space because the defense knew what was going on. They have to get a stop here or this football game is over. A lot of guys near the line of scrimmage, they can't get it done, and it is over. And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Gain of 9 on that one. Third down and short. He needs a yard.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down. So you have to be able to run.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. At the 45, on his way. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. And that was one the offense needed and the defense had to have, and they could not get the stop.
And the gamble by the head coach and play caller pays off. Of course, if that's incomplete, it stops the clock. So they needed to have it. Great execution at a time where it was so critical.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're